bitch.
What's going on, guys? So we talked about the other day of that card from eHeroes that would help you draw out your cards and, do all that crazy stuff. And let's talk about how it's so awesome for hero support. Well, there's a hero card that came out, and it's not really something that I would call good. Yeah, I just dropped my house keys and car keys. What? But yeah, there's another card that wasn't as good, and I'd like to talk about it because it's like, you gave us this, and then he gave us that. And how is that even the same thing? Like, why is this card exist? But, alright, so let's talk about it. I'm going to bring my phone. Alright, so according to my phone and on the DevPro, because that's where I found it, it is called Skydive Scorcher. It's a spell card, and let's talk about it. So, Skydive Scorcher is target one elemental hero fusion monster you control. Destroy as many face-up monsters your opponent controls as possible that attack higher than that monster's. Then inflict damage equal to your opponent's damage to your opponent equal to the highest original attack amongst the destroyed monsters in the graveyard. Your choice if tied. Skyscrapers on the field. Field spell is in your field zone. The damage inflicted to your opponent instead becomes equal to the combined original attack of all those destroyed monsters in the graveyard.
Word.
That sounds like an alright decent card. It's not terrible, it's definitely not great, but it's definitely not terrible by any means. So, you might be thinking, why am I talking about this card? Why am I talking about it in a more negative light? So, this is why we are talking about this card in a more negative light. The card, okay, let's sing it together. Situational. 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 I've talked about that before, how I do not like it when cards are situational, and that most people do not either. That's why cards that are situational are considered good. I'm sorry, this hair is driving me insane. Right, that's as good as it's going to get. But yes, cards that are situational are not played because that's the reason. They're too situational. They can't be played unless you have this certain setup, and having this certain setup is not always ideal. And if it is ideal, also having that card in your hand while you have the setup is not always the case. So, why this is more situational is because it's the same idea as like Blue Eyes Burst Destruction, where that card is called. You have to have a Blue Eyes in the field, you can destroy cards with it. But why don't you just play a Dark Hole or something? Well, it's the same idea with this. Well, yes, it does get the added benefit of destroying your opponent's, hurting your opponent's life points is destroying face-up monsters. Dark Hole destroys all monsters, and so does Raigeki. So you already have better cards right there. Along with that, you have to have an Elemental Hero Fusion monster on the field, which, yes, that is going to happen a lot when you are playing E-Heroes, or Masked Heroes, or whatever hero deck you are playing. To also have this Fusion Hero monster on the field, and then you draw this card, while it's not going to happen, I can definitely see it happening, it's not always going to happen. Sometimes you might be in mid-game and you just need to destroy your opponent's field, and all you have is this card you drew, when instead you could have played a Dark Hole or Raigeki and have the same effect, minus the life points. Now this card on the second part gets even way more situational. They're like, oh, by the way, if you have Skyscraper on the field, which, by the way, nobody really plays, that you can use that, and then all the combined attack of those monsters inflict your opponent's life points, which, by the way, that is a very decent effect. I'm not going to lie, that is a very good effect, that your opponent loses all life points with all the attack added up. At the same time, though, I can definitely see an OTK of this coming out to some degree. Somebody makes a very reliable deck that uses an OTK with Skyscraper. Once again, though, your opponent's life points have to all add up to it. But that is a good effect, but it is so situational. You have to Skyscraper, Fusion Monster, and this card, and play it, and have it all work out at the same time for it to happen, which is not always ideal and is not always going to happen. So, what do I think about this card? It's poo. Could somebody maybe utilize it and make, like I said, an OTK or heavy damage deck version with it if you use Skyscraper? Yes, maybe. There might be some variant that could come out that you could maybe do that. But as in a whole, just to play this in a hero deck, it's garbage. Too situational. Don't play it. It's not even worth it. Hey, but those are just my thoughts on it. Let me know down below what you think about the card, or if you think I'm completely outright, whatever. Let me know down below. I'll see you later, guys.
Damn. Yeah.